Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Ugh, ugh. I have my sunglasses in my hair. No, my hair is just crazy. It's so windy outside, but fall's coming and I love it. I love it. So, I hope you guys are doing well today. We are going to be talking about some crazy stuff. Not the usual format. I want to hear from you guys, please. I would love to hear what comes up for you when you think about other people's opinions, stuff that you've heard as I rifle through my bag, stuff that people have said to you, their opinions that you've heard that have held you back. Let's talk about it and let's get rid of it, okay? I'm going to be really gross here for a sec. And spit my gum out. Cool. So say hi when you hop on so I know who's here, what's going on. I use a broadcasting tool when I go live. And I can't always see who is on. So say hi so that we know what's up. And we can get some stuff started. Oh, shit. Did you guys hear that? I just watched my umbrella fly away off the porch. It's okay. Nobody was outside, thankfully. Yeah, it's just sitting there in the side yard right now. Hey, Lynn, how are you? The wind just really picked up in the last little bit here. My umbrella just flew off the porch. So from Ohio. Oh, hi. Oh, that never gets old. Lucy's barking at my, yeah, Mary Poppins. It's just sitting upside down underneath my grapevine trellis thing right now. Oh, well, it'll be okay. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, last summer, I moved across the country, changed my whole life around completely. And in the fall, I took a course to become a limiting belief practitioner and a limiting belief clearing practitioner. Okay, so to help people work through and get rid of thoughts, beliefs that hold you back, that stop you from reaching the heights that you see for yourself. So if you're here, you are likely an entrepreneur. You have goals you're working towards. The group is called Plan Achieve. So you've planned them out or you're working on planning them out. Good morning. And you desire to achieve them. Yes, yes. Why do we get stuck? What are those things that get us stuck? And I actually just had a call with a gal who wants to join Project Impact, who's going to be joining Project Impact with us. And because she needs to get systems set up, right? So she needs to know when and where to take the action that will get her the results in her business. And that's a big part of what we do in Project Impact. I am a former project manager and I run my life and business that way, where there are systems in place. It's not all funnels and ClickFunnels stuff, but systems like predictability for you so that you can show up strong, so that you can get out of your way. And it's funny that even in having the systems that are set up for you so that you know, I'm at point A, I want to get to point B, I have to take these steps to get there. And you know that if you take those steps to get there, you will get there. But what happens is along the way, we encounter other people's opinions. We encounter self-doubt, lack of self-confidence, and tell me some other stuff, guys, Or if you've ever experienced, oh, good girl.
Yeah, when I was sitting on the toilet, I did.
Oh my gosh, Vina.
Yeah, I'm getting back.
You are getting a little bit crazy. She can put one eye down, she said. She was sitting on the toilet and put her eye down. Hi from Michigan. Hi from Ontario. I'm just over the Great Lakes from you. I'm just off Lake Huron here, actually. I can see it from my window. So we hit up these roadblocks, right? And I've used the analogy of a river when these moments of self-doubt, when these self-imposed obstacles come up, that you don't necessarily sit at it. You don't sit at that block and think, I'm going to get rid of you. I got to get rid of you before I get over there, right? You don't allow it to hold you back. The thing with humans, and it's in our DNA, we want to belong to something. And even in the act of not belonging to something, you are still attempting to belong to all the other people who say they don't want to belong to something, right? So tribal wise, you depended on your tribe and your environment that was built with these people. Don't talk to the block. Can we put that on a t-shirt? Yeah, don't talk to it. So you're looking to belong, right? And when somebody within your friend circle, your network doubts, you get that external doubt or that lack of validation from someone, you can have a physical reaction from that, right? Like, oh God, they didn't like what I did, or you feel like less of a person, or you get this fear. What if I do something different and everyone thinks or says something about me? They haven't yet, right? You haven't actually told anybody that you have a different thought or that you have a different path that you want to take, but you're thinking that they're thinking that what you're doing is crazy. Judged and criticized, yes. And extradited, is that a word? It is today, my friends, that you're going to be kicked out of your tribe, right? You'll be on your own and you'll be eaten by a saber-toothed tiger, and that's the end of you. It's like this inherent fear of not belonging to the tribe of people that you have been a part of for so long. Or not fitting in or not getting along with the society or the tribe or the network that you desire to fit in with, right? That you'll just be outcasted. And so what happens is the worry takes over. The fear takes over. And I called this 587 or 597 reasons why. Other people's opinions don't matter. 597 reasons why. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm not going to rhyme off 597 reasons, but I bet you we could come up with that. How many people are in our group? Let's just check that. Choom, choom. 538. Okay, I bet you we could. I'm going to message all of you and say, give me one reason. Give me one reason to stay here. I'll turn right back around. Okay, so let's get to it. You were given a thought, given an idea. You were inspired to do something either different than or bigger than what you are currently doing. I'm getting that from a lot of people right now because my business is in the travel industry. You're crazy for starting a business in the industry right now. Do you really think you can succeed right now? Yeah. Those are their fears. Yeah. And know what? I did this really sassy post yesterday, and I actually took it down um, for so many reasons. I did this really sassy post because when I worked, let me just write down where I was at, what I was going to say. Give an idea. Okay. When I worked as a project manager, I made decent money, right? I had benefits. They paid for my flights. They paid for my parking at the airports, and no worries. Like, I didn't do laundry. I just bought new clothes. It was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy life. On my days off, I would travel. Yeah, it was project in the oil and gas. I ran construction projects for like 5 to 10,000 people at a time. And you know, people are like, oh, are you going to go back to that? No, I'm never going to go back to that. They're like, oh, why not? You know, it must have been nice to know that you have a steady paycheck coming. Well, here's the thing. If I show up in my business, and if I follow, honestly, the systems that we have in Project Impact, where this is part of it, guys, doing these videos, this is part of it, right? Every week, I offer you guys an opportunity to join one of my programs, purchase a system or templates from me, or get on a call with me, and we can talk about how we can work together every single week. And I get new clients. That's what I do. On Tuesdays, I post what I'm talking about. I send out the email reminders. I post. I engage, I do live video, I message people, and I see what's happening. I market the hell out of my stuff. I do it the same way every week because it works. Because it works, and I make 3 times as much as I did as a project manager in the oil and gas industry. So I'm not going to go back to working 12-hour days, 21 to 28 days a month, in less than ideal environment, cursing at people. I still swear, but you know, cursing at people getting mad, people like storming into my office, iron workers pissed off at me, welders getting mad at me, drinking too much, you know, living in a camp or lodge kind of environment. No, I can sit right here in my really nice office. You can't see how lovely it is, but the whole wall in front of me is all windows. I don't know how big this room is anyway, and it's all trees, and I can see the bay over here. My kids are eating snacks. You know, no, I'm not going to work in a cubicle in a work trailer on a construction site for 12 hours a day and make 1/3 of what I make at home following systems that I have in place. But it's other people's fear that is making you think that that's going to happen. It's a pretty nice place. It's a touristy place, and honestly, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about growing up here and how we thought it was so lame. And then as adults, we all come back. We've all gone to different places all over the country, and then it's like, I'm gonna go back home, and it's just so gorgeous. It is. It's funny. But I'm gonna run you guys through something here, really quick. When you were given this idea, when that seed was planted in your brains, it's because you have the vision to carry it through, right? You've probably seen this so many times, you are only given what you can handle in the world, in circumstances that are given to you. And they're all given to you for you to work through, to learn from, to grow, to overcome. So when a less than desirable circumstance is handed to you, and oh my God, sister, I've had my share, okay? We all have. I'm sure we could sit here, we should jump on Zoom, grab a box of wine, and sit here and talk about all our shit. Or we can move forward and achieve what it is that we're after. So we're all given circumstances And they weren't given to other people. We were given, this passion for whatever your business is. And I read every single one of your questions, your answers to the questions to join this group. We're a diverse bunch of motherfuckers. All right. That was rude, wasn't it? You are a complete badass. You are. You are. Oh my God. I can't even tell you. Okay. No, it's just like I'm getting all mad. So you're given this circumstance, you're given this idea, you're given this this vision because you're strong enough to see it through. Because you need to learn those lessons, these lessons along the way. So in people that you have always leaned on to carry you through every other lesson or circumstance that you've been given, all of a sudden those people that you love and that you trusted, they're not with you on this one. You start to doubt why you were pulled to it in the first place. You start to think, well, shit, they know me the best. They've seen me through so many things. I should believe them and hold myself back and stick with what they believe is better for me. Unless you're doing harm to yourself, no. Okay? There's the other saying that people can be with you for a season, a month, a season, a year, or a lifetime kind of thing. And it's true. And if these people, other people have not been given the same experience, knowledge, vision, mindset, way of processing, zodiac sign, what is it, Enneagram, everybody is different. Everybody processes information differently. So for you to hold yourself back from designing a new sweater, okay? There it is, reason, season, lifetime. If you wanted to design a new sweater and somebody who is a florist comes to you and says, no, you should just be planting roses right now and some peonies so that they're ready for next June. And you're like, well, I really want to just make this sweater, some cute little sleeves on it. I don't know, whatever you got going on. And they're like, I don't know, man. I don't see the sweater thing. I think you're making a big mistake. Are you going to trash your sweater idea because someone who doesn't have the vision, doesn't have your experience, doesn't have your knowledge, and doesn't have that passion for fashion, are you going to trash your ideas because they know what they do is safe for them? And that is really where trusting yourself comes into play, to know yourself on such a level that you can trust you with your decisions. And I don't mean like don't share with people. I don't mean don't talk to people about it, but to really feel what is good for you and why right now. So I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I was dating someone at one point, and my mom was like, I don't know, Leslie, I don't get a good feel about this. And I think this about that person. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take that thought. I'm not going to say, oh my God, she's right. But I'm going to hear what you have to say with what I already know and with what I feel and with what has been presented to me and kind of weigh it out, right? I didn't listen to her. It was my mom. But, listen to people, but trust yourself. Know what you want. And that's why knowing your vision is so important. knowing how you want your life and your business to feel and who it is that you want to work with. All these things come into play. You really have to know what it is. And when you hear these things from other people, okay, you hear the it's not going to happen, you're going to fail, you're anticipating the I told you so, that kind of stuff. You need to sit with that and look at your vision and what you know and decide if it's even true. Because a lot of the time when we will say stuff like, oh, it's not going to happen, it only happens for other people, is that really true? Like, okay, in 6 months' time, I'm going to go get a job at McDonald's because my business failed and everybody's been telling me that. And that's what's going to happen. Is it true? What is true and what have you been allowing to be true for you? Because it is about what you allow and what you embrace in your life. And if you are sitting there right now, busting your tail, coming up with content, showing up regularly, building your YouTube channel, right? Setting up the landing pages, maybe you're even in my Project Impact. And so you have all your templates, you have all your marketing, you have your calendar set up, you have your live broadcast set up, you have your blogs, you have collaborations happening, you're showing up on podcasts, you're showing up on news channels, and then you're like, oh, but in 6 months' time, I'm going to hear all those I told you so's. I'm going to hear all those I told you so's. Is it true? You get to say yes or no. You and your actions, your beliefs, get to decide if it's true or not. You want to prove them right? Like, you were right again, Jim. I had this crazy idea on how I could make $250,000 a year and it didn't happen. Or say, fuck no. That's not true. You don't know what I know. You don't know the people that I know. You don't have the knowledge, the experience that I know, and you don't have this vision, this passion, this seed planted so deep in your head that you can't stop thinking about it, and all you want to do is see it to fruition. None of those people have that. So why the Frankenheimer would you listen to them? They don't get it. You get it. Even with me as your coach, I am here to support your vision. Whatever I can do to help you map out from point A to point B in a week, 2 weeks, 3 months, let's freaking do it. You want it? Let's do it. I'll give you the plan. I'll audit your shit. I'll be all up in your grill and make sure that it happens. Because if you want it, I am here to make sure that you get it. And stop listening to all the people who don't want you to get it. And it's not that they don't want you to get it because they're evil or they want you to fail. It's because they are scared. They don't have the balls that you have to go out and do something with your life that is more than just the socially accepted norm. They don't get it. They haven't been where you've been. They don't want to go where you're going. But you're looking to them for validation on your out of this world desires. Like if you want to drive a 76 Pontiac, don't ask a grasshopper to support you in that. They'll never, like, a grasshopper is never going to get why you want this cool car. I don't even know. 67 Pontiac's kind of cool. You're comparing yourself and you're looking for validation from someone who's not even on the same page as you in this area of your life. So when you seek that external validation, it's because you're not allowing or giving it to yourself. To yourself. And that's the most important thing. And it's a lot of pressure, and I get it. And that's why it's important to have a balance in your life, right? To make sure that you're not just glued to your phone and you're not just scrolling through constantly, or you're not just constantly trying to build your business, but that you have a plan in place so that you know every step that you need to take to get to where you want to be is being taken, so that you can go out for brunch right before you do a live broadcast at 1:00, because you know that every step that you needed to take for this to make the kind of impact that it does every single week, all those steps have already been taken. You don't need to scramble. You don't need to lose your mind. You don't need to try to convince other people that you should be doing what you're doing and that you can be successful at what you're doing, because you have your business built, right? And that's where leaning on those systems, knowing and having confidence in what you're presenting and who you're presenting it to, that's what will carry you through to get you past all those obstacles we were talking about earlier. Because when the lack of self-confidence comes up, and it comes up, oh yeah, all the time, but you're able to move past it faster and faster every single time. And that's why, okay, so fear, self-doubt, lack of self-confidence, worry, any form of anxiety, right? Every time it shows up and you say, okay, I have my system in place. This is it. Okay, this is where the plan and the flow happen. And this is where, when you have that plan in place, you're able to move forward repeatedly. And it's not just one time forward and then you're stuck at this point. No. You keep going forward again, forward again, forward again, and keep going. And know what? When you get closer and closer to that big goal, those things will change, but you're constantly moving forward. Because FYI, when you've made it to your big goal, you'll be like, I got another goal coming up. Celebrate the hell out of reaching your goals. But then it's something else. Then you scale. Then you introduce a product. Then you introduce a course. Then maybe if you're in network marketing, I know a lot of you are, building your team, getting to the next rank, getting to the more and more and more, right? And it's a journey. It's not more out of greed. It's because if you're not living, you're dying. So you're going to keep going along this path, and growing and learning and expanding and meeting new people and reaching new people and helping other people change their lives. So the blocks, other people's opinions that make you feel scared, that make you feel defeated, that make you feel self-conscious, that make you feel, I'm like scrolling up and reading comments and stuff, judged, that make you feel criticized, that make you feel blocked, all those things right here. And you're flowing down the river, and you meet this. Just paddle a little bit. Just work through and get past and lean hard on those systems I was talking about, because when you have and you know how to get to where you want to be, you can still show up even when your mindset isn't there, because we create stuff ahead of time, right? So you create your content, you know what you're talking about ahead of time. All you need to do is put that out there, and guess what? You're passing by that block. You did the action anyway, and you're moving past it. And when it comes time again, these blocks are still going to show up. But like a river, every single time you pass by, water wears down rocks, right? And that's why river rocks are smooth and soft. But at one point, they were jagged, hard, painful even. But the more and more you pass by, overcome, work your way through, the easier and easier it is to just ignore that that's even there. Those are the fears, those are the opinions, those are other people's problems. Those are other people's problems. And as you continue, as you keep taking those steps that you need to take to get to where you want to be, they will reduce, they will diminish. And it's just on us, crazy entrepreneurs with our crazy vision, to continue to move forward in what we know is right for us, in what we know is right for us right now, to learn what we need to learn in life or in entrepreneurship, and to achieve the things that we desire to achieve, whether that is more self-confidence, trusting yourself more, whether that's $10,000, whether that's 4 new clients, whether it's a new car, a new house, paying off debt, whatever it is that you are looking to reach, you need to trust that the modality in which you have chosen to achieve that goal is right for you. And there are so many ways and there are so many reasons for people to be in business. Nobody's why is the same. Nobody's goal at the end of this week is the same. And your reason why you want to achieve that goal is going to be different too. How you go about it is going to be different. The people you're reaching is going to be different. Your message and transformation for them is going to be different. The way that you help them achieve that transformation is going to be different. So to think that you will achieve that fulfillment, happiness, true success, by following what somebody else without your knowledge, without your hunger, your desire, your passion, the seed, the vision, that those people are not going to, taking the same path as those people is not going to serve you and is not going to help you move forward. So there are a couple of ways, guys, to overcome this. I'm not just going to leave you with that. If you want to, we work through this in Project Impact. Project Impact is now, I don't know if you saw it last week, we announced that the offer that I had previously was coming to an end, and it has. But it's a 3-month course. Now, if you wanted to hop in and talk about those systems that you can get in place while you overcome these fears, these doubts, these thoughts of I told you so, these blocks, all that stuff, if you want to hop on a call with me, let me know. Say here that you want to have a call, just even to see how Project Impact could help you through it, or if you don't know why you're stuck, or if you don't know why you haven't been able to progress to where you want to, and we can just talk it through, and I'll be able to refer you to some other services or some resources that I have that are available. That's totally cool with me too. I'm here to serve you, my people. But there's a whole course within Project Impact on limiting belief clearing. And on top of that, there is a whole other section of creating systems to help you get through it, for you to show up consistently, to have marketing, to have networking in place, to really show up impactfully in your industry and stand out. And I bet you if you guys looked at my clients' Facebook and website and Instagram, none of them look alike. And that's just it, right? You need to show up 100% in you, in your power, and not just mimicking what other people believe success or what successful entrepreneurs look like. It needs to be how you want to look like. That's all it needs to be. So if you want to have a call, we can talk about project impact, or we can talk about moving you along your path in the right direction. Okay. But first, I want you guys to do a couple of exercises, and then we'll call it a day. And it's a long weekend. So I want you to write out some of the bullshit things that have been said to you, or that you think people will say to you, and ask yourself if it's true. Write it down. Ask yourself if it's true. And ask yourself if you want to make it true. And then what you need, okay, resources that you need, knowledge that you need, support that you need to be sure that you achieve your desired outcome. If you want those shitty things to be true, I'm not going to help you. If you don't want those things to be true, what resources do you need to make that happen? And is it setting an alarm for yourself? Is it having a plan in place? Is it, a new camera? What do you need to move forward? So step one, if you guys are writing this down, we'll write it down and post it after the live here. So one, what is the opinion that's causing the block? Okay. Is it true? Do you want it to be true? What do you need to achieve? I'm writing this down, FYI. Your desired outcome. So for every goal that you have set for yourself in the last year, okay? I was trying to think, 2020 has been just crazy, hasn't it? In the last year, what goals have you been working towards that you haven't achieved yet, that you believe you should have, right? Like, by this point, I should have made $10,000 a month. Other people have. Why haven't I? Okay. By this point, I should have like 12 people on my network marketing team. By this point, I should be making $500 a day. By this point, I should have some, whatever it is, whatever goals that you set for yourself or that you desire that you haven't achieved yet. Ask yourself those 4 questions. The crappy things that people have said to you, or the crappy things that you think they'll say to you. If it's true, if you want it to be true, and what you need to achieve your desired result. And work through that. And when you get to that point of what do you need to do for your desired result, ask yourself, this is like part 2, why don't I have that? Or why haven't I done that? You haven't done that because you don't have enough time. Why don't you have enough time? Because you have kids? I have kids too. Crazy. Because I have kids, do you really not have enough time to do or to take the action because you have kids? Is it that maybe setting up your day differently? Is it maybe having a little chit chat, including them in some stuff? For the first year of MRA's life, I taught daily boot camp at the park, and I did a live video on my profile or on my page every single day. And most of the time she was in a carrier, like making noise, and I was just talking over her. There are ways to do things, and ask yourself why you've been holding back from doing them. and ask yourself why. Why is that true? Why is that true? Until you get to the point where you just got to do it. You just got to do it. Okay? What matters is your trust in yourself and in the process and in the system and in your desire to achieve what it is that you have set out to achieve. Sound good? If you want to hop on a call, we can take care of this stuff together. See if Project Impact is a good fit for you. If not, I will lead you and give you some tips and give you some strategies to get to where you want to be. And I will see you guys next Friday, if not sooner. But I have some calls open for next week, so you can book a time, but we can have a chat on Facebook first and see what's going on. And make sure that you don't lean on the validation of people who don't get it. And lean on your passion and your desire and your purpose harder than anything else. Okay? I will talk to you soon. Happy weekend. Bye.